Okay, students. So previous lecture we have started cycloidal curves, right? So in cycloidal curves we are going to construct cycloids, epicycloids, hypocycloids, and already we started cycloids problems and we have completed two, right? So two problems. Actually, what we have learned in two problems: a circle is rolling along a straight line without slipping. The curve obtained is cycloidal curve. So first problem we have taken the P point below the center of the circle, and second problem we have taken the P point above the center of the circle. Right now, as I said earlier, whenever you are drawing a straight line for a circle, that line should be equal to circumference of the circle 2 pi r, right? Because the circle is rotating for one complete revolution. If you read the questions first one and second one, the circle is rotating for one complete revolution. When a circle is rotating for one complete revolution, we have to draw a straight line which is equal to circumference of the circle 2 pi r, or we can write as here pi d, right? Suppose this is for one complete revolution. Suppose if a circle is rolling for half of the revolution, not for complete revolution, only for half revolution. If a circle is rolling for only half revolution, you have to take pi d by 2. Right? See, this is your second problem. Right? So whenever we are solving the second problem, this circle is rolling along a straight line without slipping for one complete revolution. If a circle is rolling along a straight line for one complete revolution, we are drawing a straight line which is equal to 2 pi r or pi d. Right? Now let us see the third one. This is our question. First we will read the question. A circle of 40 mm diameter rolls on a horizontal line. Draw the curve traced out by a point P on the circumference for one half revolution of the circle. For the remaining half revolution of the circle rolls on a vertical line upwards. The point P is vertically above the center of the circle in starting position. Now see, they mention one condition here, right? A circle of diameter 40 mm rolls along a horizontal line for only one half revolution. For one half revolution, that means for half revolution only, circle is rolling along a straight line, and remaining half revolution, circle rolls on a vertical line upwards. That means this is a circle, right? Circle for half revolution it is rolling along a straight line, okay, and remaining half revolution it is rolling along a vertical line upwards. Half revolution rolling along a straight line, half revolution rolling along a vertical line upwards. So half revolution, no, we have to calculate here pi d by 2, we have to calculate here pi d by 2. And here they mention the point P is vertically above the center of the circle, right? So this is the question. So first of all, diameter of circle is 40. So with the help of radius we have to construct the circle, right? So radius is 20 mm. Right? So construct the circle of diameter 20 mm. So as I already drawn this, just I will draw the circle here. Right? So circle diameter is 40. After drawing the circle, what we have to do? We have to divide this circle into 12 equal parts. So in order to divide 12 equal parts, first draw a straight horizontal line. Okay, afterwards keep your protractor on that line, right? So this is 0, mark 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, right? Again turn your protractor, right? Again this is 0, 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, right? You know how to divide a circle into 12 equal parts. Each unit is here 30 degrees. So divide this circle into 12 equal parts. right? After that you have to mark the point P. After that you have to mark the point P. Here what they mentioned, point P is vertically above the center of the circle. So this is the center of the circle. So point P you have to mark here. This is the center of circle C. Above the center of circle C you have to mark the point P here. Point P is vertically above the center of the circle. So after that give the numbers in anti-clockwise direction. Right, always for cycloids we have to give numberings in anti-clockwise direction. So the P point will be here 12th point. Right, after that from 6th point you have to draw a straight line of length how much, pi d by 2, of length pi d by 2. Please calculate this. As I said, when it is rolling for one complete revolution you are taking here 2 pi r or pi d, right? But when a circle is rolling for half revolution you should take pi d by 2, right? So 22 by 7 into 40 by 2, right? So if you calculate that you will get here pi d by 2, no, 22 by 7 into 40 by 2. If you calculate this you will get here 62.8. right? Now from this P point also, draw 62.8, and first join this one, 62.8 and 62.8, right? Okay, right? Then next you have to divide this pi d by 2 into 6 equal parts, because it is only for half revolution, no? So you know how to divide a line. So we are keeping our protractor here 30 degrees angle, right? So take some radius with compass, divide into 6 equal parts, right? Joining the last arc to end point, draw parallel lines. Right, name it as here 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, and here 6 dash. Right, after that join from 1 to 11, draw a line. Right, then next 2 to 10, draw a line. Then next 3 to 9, draw a line. Then next 4 to 8, draw a line. And then next here 5 to 7, draw a line. Right, after that see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Right, from 1 draw a perpendicular line to center of the circle, name it as C1. From 2 draw a perpendicular line to center of circle, C2. From 3, 4, 5 and 6, see, C3, C4, C5 and C6. Right, after that again from this point, C6 point is there, no? Again from this point take 20 mm radius, draw the circle. radius, draw the circle, right? Same process, divide this circle also into 12 equal parts. Each unit is here 30 degrees, right? So this is to a first step, first process. What is this actually? Half circle is rolling along a straight line without slipping. So first I am drawing this circle of diameter 40 mm, dividing into 12 equal parts, making the point P here, giving numbers in anti-clockwise direction. After that I am drawing a straight line which is equal to pi d by 2. half revolution only, no? So pi d by 2, right? So if I calculate this, I got here 62.8. I'm drawing this one, dividing into 6 equal parts, joining this one, and at the last also I'm drawing a circle. Right, now how to construct the arcs, how to draw the arcs. Take 20 mm radius with compass, C1 as center, draw the arc on C. This is the first point, first arc. Next, C2 as center, second point, second arc. C3 as center, third point, third arc. Right, then next C4 as center, fourth point, fourth arc. See fourth point, I'm drawing fourth arc here. C5 as center, fifth point, fifth arc. See, I'm drawing on fifth line. C6 as center. See, this is sixth point, I'm getting sixth arc here. Right, so if I join all this, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6. If I join P1, P2, P3, P4, P6, I will get half of the cycloidal curve. Right? Now you see here, after drawing this arc, now you see here, this is the starting point of the arc, this is the ending point of your arc. Right? So again start with P. Again start with P, give numbers in anti-clockwise direction. Give numbers in anti-clockwise direction for this circle. Right, I am giving numbers for this circle. P point is your 12th point. Right, after that what I have to do, from this third point I should draw a straight line which is equal to pi d by 2. Which is equal to pi d by 2. If you calculate that, you will get 62.8. So here also, this is the center of circle, no? So I will draw from here 62.8. Right? After that, I will join this one. Okay. After that, what we have to do? Keep your protractor on this line from this point. Take 30 degrees angle. Take 30 degrees angle. Right? So how many equal parts we have to divide? We have to divide here 6 equal parts. With the help of compass, take some radius 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Now you see here till 6 dash we have completed. No? Write down 7 dash, 8 dash, 9 dash, 10 dash, 11 dash and 12 dash. Right? Now join this 12 dash to end of the line. Join this 12 dash to end of the line. Draw parallel lines from every point. 11 dash, 10 dash, 9 dash, 8 dash, 7 dash. Right? Now after that, see, join two points. Here 10th point and 8th point. Join 10 and 8. Draw a line. Then next 11 and 7. Draw a line. Then next 12 and 6, draw a line. Then next 1 and 5, draw a line. Then next 2 and 4, join the 2 points and draw a line. Right, after that what we have to do, same, take 20 mm radius from this point. Right, draw the circle here. Right, now from 7 dash, draw the perpendicular line till center of the circle. From 8 dash, draw the perpendicular line till the center of the circle. Same in process from 9 dash, 10 dash, 11 dash and 12 dash. So what we have to write here? This is the center now. C7, C8, C9, C10, C11 and this will be here C12. 12, C12. Right? After that what we have to do? Take radius of the circle. Take radius of the circle. C7 as center. C7 as center. See, this is the 7th point. This is the 7th point of the circle. Draw the arc on 7th line. Right, C8 as center, 8th line. C9 as center, 9th line. C10 as center. See, this is the 10th point, 10th line. C11 as center. See, this is the 11th point. C12 as center. See, 12th point here. Exactly 12th point. Exactly 12th point. I am cutting the 12th arc here. Right? See, this is P7, P8, P9, P10, P11, P12. Right? So from P6 join P7, P8, P9, P10, P11, P12. You will get the cycloidal curve. See, if you look this, it looks like in clumsy manner, but if you draw, it is very easy, because depends on the circle numbers only. Simply we are drawing this one, no? So it is very easy, right? So don't get confused, just being patient and draw this problem, right? So in question they mention only diameter of circle, no? So I can mark here all the circle diameter is 40 only, no? Here my place is not sufficient, so I am marking here and drawing extensional line, dimensional line, closed and filled arrow marks, right? I am writing here diameter pi 40 mm, only 40 mention, no? So I am drawing this one, right? So see, 40 mm circle, for 1/2 revolution, for 1/2 revolution it rolls on a horizontal line. See, 40 mm circle, for 1/2 revolution it is rolling on a horizontal line. Remaining half revolution circle rolls vertical line upwards. Remaining half revolution circle rolls vertically upwards. But be careful. See, P12, 12th point exactly 12th arc, 11th point exactly 11th arc, 10th point exactly 10, 9th point exactly 9. Let's see the circle numberings and draw the arcs, right? So in same manner we are having one more problem, right? Let us see the last problem in cycloids. Let us read the question. A circle of 40 mm diameter rolls on a horizontal line for 1/2 revolution. The same thing. For 1/2 revolution, the circle is rolling on a straight line. And the remaining half revolution, it rolls with an inclination of 60 degrees. See, for 1/2 revolution, circle is rolling on a horizontal line. For remaining another half revolution, it makes an inclination of 60 degrees. Draw the curve traced out by point P, taking P the topmost point of rolling circle above the center of the circle. P point is above the center of the circle. Right? Now same process, same problem. Right. So circle diameter is 40 mm. So radius is 20 mm. First I am drawing the circle of radius 20 mm. Okay. Take 20 mm radius. Circle diameter is 40, no? So take 20 mm radius. Keep your compass in the midpoint and draw the circle. Right. Draw the circle of diameter 40 mm. Right. Then next divide this circle into 12 equal parts. You know how to divide a circle into 12 equal parts. So I am dividing this circle into 12 equal parts. right? After that, P point, we have to take the P point above the center of the circle. So this is the center of circle. See, P I have to take here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and P point is 12th point. Right? After that, from 6, from the center of the circle 6, I should draw a straight line which is equal to half of the circumference of the circle. So it should be equal to pi d by 2, 22 by 7 into 40 by 2. You will get here 62.8. Right? After that, from P point also I have to draw 62.8. Right? And then next I have to join this two lines. First I am constructing the box. After that, I should divide this line into 6 equal parts, because only half revolution, no, I should divide into 6 equal parts. So how to divide into 6 equal parts? By taking 30 degrees angle, right? The help of compass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Name it as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, and 6 dash. Right? Now from 6 dash, draw a line to end of the point. From every point, draw parallel lines. Right? Name it as here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? Now join two points. Join this 1 and 11. Join 2 and 10. Right? Then next join 3 and 9. Then next join this 4 and 8. Right? Then next join this 5 and 7. All the lines should be in horizontal manner, straight manner. Right? Now from 1, draw a perpendicular line to the center of the line. From 2, draw a perpendicular line to the center of the line. Likewise 5 and 6. Name it as C, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, and C6. Right? After marking C6, again take 20 mm radius with compass. Again from this point, draw the circle. Right? Now, how to construct the arcs? Take radius of circle, C1 as center on first line, C2 as center, see second point, second line, C3 as center, third point, third line, C4 as center, fourth point, fourth line, C5 as center, fifth point, fifth line, C6 as center, if I draw the C6 arc, sixth point, sixth arc. Right? After that, write down here P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, and P6. See, P1 first line, P2 second line, P3 third line. Like that you have to check. After that, join P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6. You will get half of the cycloidal curve. Right? After that, divide this circle also into 12 equal parts. Right? After that, what we have to do, see, this is the starting point of the curve and this is the ending point of the curve. Right? So name it as P. Give numbers in anti-clockwise direction 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and P point will be your 12th point. Now another half revolution, it makes an angle of 60 degrees. Right? Another half revolution, it makes an angle of 60 degrees. Right? Now you see here, this is 0 degrees, this is 30 degrees, this is 60 degrees. Yes or no? We are dividing this circle into 12 equal parts. 0, 30, 60. So it makes an angle of 60 degrees, right? So extend this 60 degrees line from here. Extend this 60 degrees line, which is equal to 62.8 pi d by 2. If they ask 30 degrees, you have to extend this 30. In question, if they ask 80 degrees, 70 degrees, depends on the circle, 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, like that, right? So in this question they mentioned 60 degrees, so that's why 0, 30, 60 degrees, I'm extending the 60 degrees line, right? So from here to here it should be pi d by 2. After that, same process from every point, from 8th point, 62.8, right? Join this 9 and 7, 62.8. Then next 10 and 6, right? So exactly to this straight line, draw all the lines, join 2 points, right? Join this 1 and 3 and join this second point, right? After that, draw a straight line, right? Now you have to divide this also into 6 equal parts. Now take 30 degrees angle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how to give numbering? 6 dash is completed now. 7 dash, 8 dash, 9 dash, 10 dash, 11 dash and 12 dash, right? Join this last arc to this end point. Draw parallel line from every point, right? So name it as here 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. After that, from 7, draw a perpendicular line to the center of the line. From 8, draw a perpendicular line to the center of the line and so on. Name it as C7, C8, C9, C10, C11 and C12. Right? After that, again take 20 mm radius. Right? Keep your compass here. Again from this point, draw the circle. Again end point also you have to draw the circle, no? So draw the circle here, divide this circle again into 12 equal parts here, right? Now how to construct the arcs? Take radius of the circle 20 mm, C7 as center. See, this is the 7th point. I am getting the 7th arc here, C7. C8 as center. See, this is the 8th point. I am getting the 8th arc. C9 as center. See, this is the 9th point. I am getting the 9th arc here. C10 as center. See, this is the 10th point. I am getting the 10th arc here. Right? Then next C11 as center. See, this is the 11th point. I am getting the 11th arc here. Then next 12. C12 as center. See, this is the 12th point. Right? Exactly 12th point. I should get the 12th arc. Right? After that, write down here P7, P8, P9, P10, P11. See, this is the 12th point. 12th point line exactly in straight manner I should get here P12. Join from here P7, P8, P9, P10, P11, P12. Right? So you will get the cycloidal curve like this. Right? So in this question they mentioned only diameter of circle, no? So draw the extension line, draw the parallel line, dimensional line, right? Closed and filled arrow marks. Whenever you are marking dimensions for circle, indicate pi 40 mm. Right? So these two problems are important. This problem is when a circle is rolling vertically upwards. This problem is when circle is rolling with an inclination of 60 degrees. Right? So by seeing all this you will get some confusions, clumsy manner and all. But if you draw, you will get easily. Right? Simple thing, depends on circle numbers we are drawing the arcs. Depends on circle numbers we are drawing the arcs, right?